Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Ready to crush a workout today? How many rounds are we doing? And what topic do you want to chat about while you train?
So I'd like to do 9 rounds and let's cover the legendary Rocky Marciano.
All right, 9 rounds. Now that's what I call dedication. I'll break down the story of the legendary Rocky Marciano across those rounds, diving deep into his life, career, and legacy. But before we start, do you have your gloves ready and set to go?
Yes, gloves are ready, let's do it.
Perfect. Let's kick things off with a warm-up. 2 minutes of shadow boxing. Stay light on your feet, loosen up those arms, and throw some jabs, crosses, and slips. While you move, let's dive into a high-level summary of the man himself, Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano, born Rocco Francis Marciano in 1923, became one of boxing's most iconic figures, known for his relentless style, raw power, and undefeated record. Hailing from Brockton, Massachusetts, Marciano defied the odds and became the only heavyweight champion in history to retire with an unblemished professional record, 49 wins, 0 losses. His knockout power was legendary, with 43 of his victories coming by KO. Marciano's relatively short height, 5'10", and reach were often seen as disadvantages, but he compensated with intense conditioning, a relentless fighting spirit, and a brutal right hand famously called the Susie Q. Rocky's rise to stardom wasn't easy. He came from a working-class background, serving in the military during World War II, and didn't even consider boxing as a career until his 20s. His career-defining fights included battles with legends like Joe Louis, Ezzard Charles, and Archie Moore. Marciano was known for his ability to take punishment and keep moving forward, wearing down opponents with an unrelenting barrage of punches. His retirement in 1956 left fans wondering if anyone could replicate his combination of toughness and skill. Although Rocky died tragically in a plane crash in 1969, his legacy has endured through pop culture references, documentaries, and even as an inspiration for the fictional character Rocky Balboa. His name remains synonymous with grit, power, and heart in boxing lore. That's the summary. Are you feeling warm enough, or do you need a little extra time to loosen up? I've got a couple of fun facts ready if you do.
I'm warmed up, let's do it.
Great. Let's hit the bag. Round 1 starts now. Focus on steady punches, good form, and controlled breathing. Here we go. Rocky Marciano's early life shaped the fighter he would become. Born to Italian immigrant parents, he grew up in a blue-collar family in Brockton, Massachusetts. Known for his hard-working nature, Rocky originally had dreams of playing professional baseball, but those hopes were dashed after a failed tryout with the Chicago Cubs. During his youth, Rocky worked various odd jobs, including as a ditch digger and shoe factory worker. Marciano's entrance into boxing was unplanned. After serving in the U.S. Army during World War II, he began boxing informally while stationed overseas, participating in military matches. When he returned home, he wasn't immediately drawn to the ring. Instead, he gave baseball one more shot. However, an arm injury while playing forced him to pivot towards boxing, a decision that would change the course of sports history. His amateur boxing career was brief but promising. Though initially awkward in the ring, he had raw strength and a powerful punch. After turning professional in 1947 at the age of 24, Marciano's journey through the early ranks was defined by his fierce dedication. He trained obsessively, knowing he needed to make up for starting his career later than most boxers. His rise through the heavyweight division didn't take long, as opponents quickly found themselves overwhelmed by his aggressiveness and stamina. All right, time for a strong finish. Final 10 seconds. Hit it hard. 10, go all out. 9, push through. 8, keep punching. 7, don't stop now. 6, feel that power. 5, all heart. 4, you've got this. 3, almost there. 2, last punch. 1, finish strong. Time, take a breather. While you rest, here are 2 fun facts. 1, Marciano's punch was once measured to deliver over 1,000 pounds of force, enough to break bones. 2, he had extremely short arms for a heavyweight, with only a 68-inch reach, yet he still managed to close distance better than most taller fighters. Let me know if you need a little more rest or if you're ready to jump into round 2.
I'm ready for round 2. Let's go.
Round 2, let's go. Keep those punches sharp and flow from one combo to the next. Focus on keeping your hands up and moving between strikes. Rocky's career skyrocketed in the early 1950s as he started gaining a reputation for his toughness and knockout power. His defining moment came on October 26, 1951, when he fought the great Joe Louis. Louis, although past his prime, was still a major threat, and the fight was billed as a passing of the torch. Marciano idolized Louis growing up, but showed no mercy in the ring, stopping the former champion with a brutal knockout in the 8th round. This victory cemented Marciano's status as a legitimate contender and set the stage for his rise to the heavyweight title. 2 years later, on September 23, 1952, Marciano fought Jersey Joe Walcott for the heavyweight championship. It was a grueling match where Walcott outboxed Marciano for most of the fight, even knocking him down in the first round. But in the 13th round, Marciano unleashed one of the most famous right hands in boxing history, his Susie Q, knocking Walcott out cold and claiming the heavyweight title. The image of Walcott falling to the canvas became an iconic moment in sports history. After becoming champion, Marciano wasn't content to rest. He defended his title 6 times, battling dangerous opponents like Ezzard Charles, whom he fought twice in 1954. One of those fights left Marciano with a horrific gash on his nose, but he refused to quit, rallying to knock Charles out in the 8th round. His unbreakable will was part of what made him so beloved by fans. No matter how badly he was hurt, he just kept coming forward. All right, let's go hard for the final 10 seconds. 10, don't hold back. 9, stay sharp. 8, you're doing great. 7, dig deep. 6, keep swinging. 5, almost there. 4, push, push, push. 3, eyes on the prize. 2, last bit of power. 1, finish strong. Time, take a breather and catch your breath. Here are 2 fun facts for you. 1, Marciano had a famous pre-fight ritual. He used to sleep in his opponent's hometown the night before a fight to steal some of their energy, at least in his mind. 2, his relentless training included chopping wood and running up hills with weights tied to his shoes to build endurance and power. Let me know when you're ready to jump into round 3.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Round 3, here we go. Keep up the rhythm, stay light on your feet, and mix in some uppercuts with those jabs and crosses. One of Marciano's defining traits was his sheer toughness. He was never the most technically skilled boxer, but he had a legendary ability to absorb punishment and outlast his opponents. His relentless pressure meant that fighters often broke mentally before Marciano even landed the knockout blow. Every punch he threw had weight behind it, and his conditioning ensured that he could keep up the same intensity in the 12th round as he did in the first. One thing that made Marciano so dangerous was his stamina. He trained obsessively, often running over 10 miles a day and sparring until exhaustion. His coach, Charlie Goldman, knew that Marciano's awkward style couldn't be fixed, so instead, he fine-tuned it into something effective. Goldman made Marciano crouch low to avoid taller opponents' punches and helped him develop the looping right hand that became his trademark knockout punch. Marciano's punches were often wild, but they were incredibly powerful. One mistake from an opponent and it was lights out. Despite his success, Marciano faced criticism for his rugged, unpolished style. Some purists believed he lacked the finesse of past champions like Joe Louis. But Rocky's answer to critics was simple. He won every single time. His style was pretty, but it was effective, and his record spoke louder than any complaints about technique. In the end, what mattered most to Marciano was getting the victory, no matter how ugly or painful the road to it might be. All right, time to empty the tank. Final 10 seconds. Give it all you've got. 10, all in. 9, no holding back. 8, you're a machine. 7, stay in it. 6, power through. 5, feel the energy. 4, almost done. 3, give me everything. 2, final punch. 1, and time. Well done. Take a breather. Here are 2 fun facts to keep you going. 1, Marciano was known for his obsession with staying undefeated. He would even dream about past fights, worried he'd missed something. 2. After retirement, Rocky considered a comeback in the early 60s, but decided against it, believing his time in the ring had passed. Let me know when you're ready for round 4.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, round 4, let's get after it. Focus on maintaining power while staying controlled. Throw those combinations smoothly and keep moving between punches. Marciano's reign as champion was marked by his ability to turn difficult situations into victories. A prime example was his second fight against Ezzard Charles in September 1954. During this bout, Marciano suffered a gruesome split on his nose that was so deep it could have forced the referee to stop the fight. But instead of panicking, Marciano intensified his attack, knowing the fight could end any second. In the 8th round, he unleashed a furious barrage and knocked Charles out, proving once again that he could dig deep when it mattered most. Marciano's other title defenses included battles against dangerous fighters like Don Cockle and the crafty Archie Moore. Moore was one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters ever, with hundreds of wins under his belt. In their 1955 fight, Moore actually knocked Marciano down in the 2nd round. But true to form, Marciano got back up, wore Moore down, and knocked him out in the 9th round. This victory turned out to be Rocky's final fight, as he retired shortly afterward at the peak of his career. What made Marciano's decision to retire so remarkable was the timing. At only 32 years old, he was still in great shape and could have easily continued fighting. But Marciano believed it was better to walk away while he was on top. Staying undefeated became part of his legacy, and no heavyweight since has managed to retire with a perfect professional record like Marciano's 49-0. All right, time to turn it up. Final 10 seconds, empty the tank. 10, go full throttle. 9, you've got this. 8, keep it going. 7, so close. 6, stay focused. 5, unleash it. 4, finish hard. 3, almost there. 2, last push. 1, and time. Excellent work. Take a moment to catch your breath. Here are 2 fun facts for you. 1, Marciano was known to practice punching underwater to improve his arm speed and stamina. 2, the idea of a perfect 50-0 record haunted him after retirement. He once admitted he wished he had gone for one more win. When you're ready for round 5, give me the signal.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Round 5, here we go. Stay on point, keep those hands high, and fire off quick combos. Stay relentless, just like Rocky. After retiring in 1956, Marciano became an enduring symbol of toughness, integrity, and hard work. His undefeated record took on mythical status, setting a standard that future champions would chase but never quite reach. Fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr. achieved 50 wins, but the fact that Marciano did it in the heavyweight division, where every punch can end a fight, makes his achievement even more impressive. Though retired, Marciano struggled with staying out of the spotlight. He briefly worked as a commentator and even flirted with acting roles, but nothing ever matched the rush of being in the ring. Fans adored him for his humble nature. Despite his fame, Marciano stayed grounded, often visiting his hometown of Brockton and spending time with family. However, the pressure of staying retired was always in the back of his mind. He confessed that the idea of returning to the ring haunted him, even though he knew it was better to stay retired. Unfortunately, Marciano's post-boxing life wasn't free of tragedy. On August 31st, 1969, the night before his 46th birthday, Marciano died in a plane crash in Iowa while traveling to a business meeting. His untimely death shocked the boxing world and left a void in the sport. Rocky's passing only added to his legend. He was seen as a fighter who gave everything to boxing, and his story became one of triumph and loss. All right, let's crank it up. Final 10 seconds, go all in. 10, let it rip. 9, show that fire. 8, keep it going. 7, no quit. 6, dig deeper. 5, almost home. 4, keep hitting. You've got this. 2, push through. 1, and time. Awesome work, take a breather. Here are 2 quick facts. 1, Marciano was known for wearing down opponents by practicing with heavy 300-pound bags, improving both his punch strength and stamina. 2, he inspired the famous character Rocky Balboa. Sylvester Stallone modeled Balboa's underdog grit and determination on Marciano's career. Let me know when you're ready to dive into round 6.
I'm ready. Let's keep going.
All right, round 6. Let's hit it. Keep those punches clean, stay on your toes, and don't let up. Imagine you're breaking down an opponent, one shot at a time. Marciano's influence on the sport of boxing goes far beyond his record. He wasn't just a powerful puncher. He also redefined what it meant to be a relentless fighter. His style embodied the philosophy that conditioning and heart could overcome skill. Even fighters with more technical ability, like Walcott or Moore, struggled to keep up with Marciano's relentless pressure. This mindset became a blueprint for future fighters. Champions like Mike Tyson and Joe Frazier openly credited Marciano as an inspiration for their aggressive, swarming styles. Marciano's rise also challenged the idea that you needed a perfect build to succeed. Standing only 5'10" with a limited reach, he didn't look like the traditional heavyweight. But what he lacked in size, he made up for in grit and conditioning. His life story, a working-class kid rising to become the heavyweight champion of the world, embodied the American dream, inspiring generations of athletes and fans. His humility and connection to his roots only deepened his appeal, making him a beloved figure well beyond the boxing world. Marciano's ability to take punishment also became legendary. In a sport where even the toughest fighters could wilt under pressure, Marciano stood out because he never backed down, no matter how much damage he absorbed. It didn't matter if he got cut, knocked down, or tired, he kept moving forward. This quality made him dangerous until the very last round. Time for the final push. Give it all you've got for these last 10 seconds. 10, go all in. 9, no stopping now. 8, keep driving. 7, you're a beast. 6, power through. 5, almost done. 4, eyes forward. 3, last burst. 2, stay with it. 1 in time. Excellent work. Catch your breath. Here are 2 quick facts. 1, Marciano's name is often mentioned alongside Muhammad Ali, with fans debating how a fight between the two would have gone. Marciano's power versus Ali's speed. 2, in 1969, a simulated fight between a young Marciano and Ali was filmed, with Marciano wearing a wig to cover his thinning hair. Marciano won by knockout in the simulation. When you're ready for round 7, give me the green light.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Round 7, here we go. Keep those hands moving, mix up your punches, and stay sharp. Picture yourself breaking through that heavy bag just like Marciano did with his opponents. Marciano's legacy endures not only because of his undefeated record, but also because of the influence he had on the mindset of future fighters. His fights were filled with moments where the odds seemed stacked against him, yet he always found a way to win. In that sense, Marciano embodied the spirit of the comeback fighter. Even when knocked down or cut, he treated every round like a new opportunity to turn the tide. His fight with Jersey Joe Walcott in 1952 was the perfect example of that never-say-die attitude. After being floored in the first round and trailing on the scorecards, Marciano didn't lose focus. The knockout punch that ended the fight in the 13th round was sudden and devastating, showing how dangerous Marciano was even after taking a beating. This kind of perseverance became his hallmark and made him a hero to many. He taught fighters that it's not just about how you start, but how you finish. Marciano's incredible conditioning played a huge role in his success. He trained harder than most of his peers, with brutal routines that pushed him to his limits. Running long distances every day, sparring until he could barely stand, and honing his body to withstand punishment. This dedication gave him the confidence to go the distance in any fight. Rocky knew that if he couldn't outbox his opponent, he would outlast him. All right, finish strong. Last 10 seconds. Give it everything. 10, push to the end. 9, you're unstoppable. 8, almost there. 7, stay with it. 6, keep that power flowing. 5, feel the burn. 4, you've got this. 3, punch through. 2, one more combo. 1, time. Nice work. Catch your breath. Here are 2 fun facts. 1, Marciano had an unusual diet. He believed that eating raw, plain hamburgers helped build strength and stamina. 2, he was known to punch a specially designed wall-mounted heavy bag every day to keep his fists conditioned and powerful. When you're ready for round 8, just say the word.
I'm ready. Let's keep going.
Round 8, let's do this. Stay sharp, keep up your combos, and push through any fatigue. This is where champions are made. Marciano's rise also changed how fighters and fans thought about greatness in boxing. His record stood as a near impossible benchmark for those who followed. Many fighters dreamt of retiring undefeated, but few could handle the pressures that come with it. Marciano's ability to stay unbeaten wasn't just about skill, it was a mental battle. He refused to let any opponent or circumstance defeat him, and this mentality cemented his status as one of the all-time greats. Despite his dominance, Marciano fought with humility. He treated his opponents with respect, both inside and outside the ring. For example, when he fought Joe Louis, he struggled emotionally with the idea of beating his childhood hero. Even after knocking Louis out, Marciano helped him to his feet and apologized. Moments like these showed the kind of character Marciano had. He didn't just fight to win. He fought with honor. Many people wonder what Marciano's career would have looked like if he had continued fighting into the late 1950s. But Marciano knew when to walk away, a rarity in boxing, where champions often stay too long and tarnish their legacies. He left the sport as the undisputed heavyweight champion and never looked back. This decision preserved his perfect record and added to the mystique that surrounds him. His name remains synonymous with resilience, toughness, and the pursuit of perfection. All right, time to crank it up. Final 10 seconds, everything you've got. 10, all the way. 9, no slowing down. 8, you're almost there. 7, keep firing. 6, let's go. 5, stay with it. 4, almost done. 3, punch through. 2, one last shot. 1, and time. Amazing work. Take a breather. Here are 2 quick facts. 1, Marciano was obsessed with conserving his energy. He even walked slowly in everyday life to save it for the ring. 2, despite his brutal power in the ring, Marciano was known to be extremely kind-hearted and often supported former fighters who had fallen on hard times. When you're ready for the 9th and final round, let's finish strong.
Let's go, let's do it.
Final round. Let's leave it all on the bag. Stay focused, dig deep, and throw every punch like it's the last one. This is what it's all about. Finish like a champion. Marciano's impact on the sport continues to this day, with his name still evoking images of grit and perseverance. Many boxing historians debate where Marciano ranks among the greatest heavyweights. And while some argue his shorter career means he had fewer elite opponents, others believe his undefeated record speaks for itself. Regardless of where he ranks on lists, Marciano's legacy as the ultimate warrior is unquestioned. His life, career, and early death turned him into a symbol of relentless effort and humility. Marciano's undefeated record held a special place in boxing history, creating a standard that no heavyweight has since matched. Even though fighters like Muhammad Ali and Tyson have been considered more skilled or charismatic, Marciano's 49-0 record remains a unique achievement. His success proved that heart and preparation could overcome size, skill gaps, and adversity. He inspired countless fighters to focus on fundamentals, especially conditioning and mental toughness. In a way, Marciano's life story goes beyond boxing. His legacy is about overcoming the odds, staying disciplined, and always giving your best, no matter the circumstances. It's no wonder that Sylvester Stallone used Marciano as the inspiration for Rocky Balboa, a fictional fighter who, like Marciano, never gave up and fought with everything he had, no matter the challenge. All right, this is it. Final 10 seconds of the session. Go all out. 10, you're almost there. 9, every punch counts. 7, leave it all here. 6, no regrets. 5, feel that power. 4, stay in it. 3, almost done. 2, finish strong. 1, and time. You did it. Take a deep breath. You crushed that final round. Here are 2 final fun facts. 1, Marciano's unique crouching stance helped him avoid jabs from taller fighters while setting up his powerful right hand. 2, Rocky rarely took breaks during his training. He believed that rest made rust, and he didn't want to slow down. When you're ready, we'll transition into the cool down and stretch things out while wrapping up Marciano's legacy. Just say the word.
I'm ready for stretches.
All right, let's cool down and stretch it out. We'll do some neck, shoulder, and quad stretches to help you recover. While we stretch, stretch, I'll wrap up Marciano's legacy. First, let's start with neck rotations. Gently roll your head in a circle, clockwise and then counterclockwise. Keep the motion slow and controlled. Marciano's undefeated record of 49-0 still stands as a gold standard in heavyweight boxing. Although many have tried to match his perfect career, no one has quite captured the same combination of grit, power, and heart. His influence reached beyond the sport itself, inspiring athletes of all disciplines to adopt a mindset of never giving up. Marciano's legacy isn't just about his wins. It's about how he fought, with humility, relentless effort, and an unyielding will to succeed. Now let's move into some shoulder stretches. Cross one arm across your chest, holding it with the opposite hand. Then switch sides. This stretch will loosen those shoulders after all that punching. Marciano's story also symbolizes the power of hard work and mental toughness. His humble roots in Brockton, Massachusetts, and his rise to fame through sheer determination made him a relatable hero. His decision to retire undefeated only adds to his mystique, keeping his legacy intact without the decline many fighters face late in their careers. Fighters and fans alike continue to admire Marciano not just for what he accomplished, but for how he lived, disciplining himself even outside the ring. Finally, let's stretch out the quads. Use the punching bag for balance if you need to. Grab one ankle and pull it gently towards your glutes, keeping your knees close together. Switch legs after about 20 seconds. Marciano's impact is still felt today, not only through the legacy of fighters like Tyson and Frazier, but also in popular culture with the inspiration for Rocky Balboa. His perfect record and tireless work ethic remind us that greatness is achieved not just through talent, but through unwavering commitment. While his life was cut short, Marciano's legacy lives on, an enduring symbol of toughness, humility, and heart. That wraps up the stretches. How are you feeling after that session?
Yeah, it feels great. That was quite a workout.
You absolutely crushed it. 9 rounds is no joke, and you kept up the intensity all the way through. Marciano himself would be proud of that effort. Make sure to hydrate and fuel up after this session. Your body's earned it. What do you say? Same energy next time, or are we going even harder?
All right, guys. Well, that was quite a session. So next week, we'll be doing 10 rounds. So this is 9 rounds. I'm hoping you're keeping up. These are not long sessions, they're 2 minute with just a short 30-second rest. And yeah, they're great. I'm feeling it. It's really hot in this room. I think I'm going to have to put the aircon on next time. But you can see I'm sweating. I am really making the most out of it. So daily if you can. And let me know if you're actually doing it. Put in comments if you end up doing it, whether it's challenging or whether it's a little bit light for you. I don't know what level you're at, but go at your own pace. You know, if you just want to do 5 rounds, do 5 rounds. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.